guys? This is Adam, the CEO and founder of Uprise Real Estate Partners, on my way to meet up with some buyers. Yes, I said some buyers during this pandemic that's going on. Obviously, we're going to keep everything safe, make sure we're doing everything not only according to the laws of the land, but making sure we're taking care of ourselves and our families. But the reason why I wanted to shoot this video is because the question pretty much the last 2 weeks has been, is it a good time to buy? Is it a good time to buy? I did another video, which you can check out on the channel or check out above, which talks about, there's a better question. The better question is it a good time to buy for you? Or is it who is it a good time to buy for? Because remember, in every market, there's people that benefit and there's people that suffer. There's always pros and cons to everything in your life. I don't care if you're married, you got kids, you're going to school, you have a job, you love the job, you hate the job, whether you have a friend, they're there for you in times of need, they gossip behind your back. There's always pros and cons to every single thing in life. And so when crisis happen, when pandemics happen, when the stock market crashes, when the real estate market crashes, when the tech bubble crashes, whatever, there's always opportunity and there's always heartache, right? So whenever something like this happens, what you want to ask yourself is, don't be a victim. Don't be like the 99% of the 98% out there who think, oh, mass media says it's bad, the public says it's bad, everything is bad. No, I'm gonna just keep it real. Good and bad is relative based on your truth, based on truth. And so what could be bad for one person could be good for someone else. That's just that's just the truth of things, right? And so in this situation, there's things that are happening that are bad for the majority, but then there are things that are happening that are good for the minority that we're paying attention, that are prepared to set themselves up, right, for such a time and such a place, right? So the two better questions are, is it a good time to buy for you? Or who is it a good time to buy, right? Who is the good time to buy? And you get to pass the word on to them, or you can provide a service or product or offering that tailors to help those people, right? So this couple I'm meeting up with today, why are they looking to buy a house during this time, right? Well, they wanted to buy a year ago, okay, but their credit scores and their credit reports weren't where they need to be, right? They worked with someone else, and they wanted to be able to buy a home. Well, when I met with them at the beginning of the year and we kept talking about goals, again, look at my other videos soon to come about goals, and forget about resolutions, but goals and desires and vision and things of that nature, and vision mapping. But when we talked about their goals for the year, it was about that this year they wanted to start a business and they wanted to buy a home. And so they said, which do you think we should do first? I said, hold up, we're not like everybody else, okay? When you have goals, when you have things you want to accomplish, you need strategy and you need game plan, because then it's about execution. It's not just enough to say, here's what you want to do. It's not just it's not good enough to just say, oh, we want to do these 5 things this year, let's just see what happens, or let's try to do all 5 things at one time. No, it's about what's our strategy in each area based on our past, our current experience, and where we're going. And then what's the proper game plan? Who are we going to connect with? Who's going to help us execute this? Who do we need to talk to? How do we need to set ourselves up, right? And it's a strategy and the game plan that allows you to have the execution, right? Allows you to do the executing that you need to do to reach success, right? That's our model at Uprise Real Estate Partners. That's my model, is strategy. Game plan allows you to execute, and when you combine everything, it equals success. So when we sat down, so I said we need to sit down, come up with the strategy, come up with the game plan. And when we sat down, we came up with the strategy, we came up with the game plan, and we said, you know what? Because of what's happening, because of all the lending, because of how things may get a little bit tighter lending wise, we said, you know what? We're gonna buy the home first, and then we're gonna look to start the business. Boom. Right then and there, in one meeting, that's how, like, having enough context, working with the right professional that's able to help them. Boom, right? It's like, it's not just a matter of, well, which one do you like to start with? No, hold up. Get all the information first. What's the pros and cons of starting a business now and then buying a house later in the year? What's the pros and cons of buying a house now and then building a business at the end of the year? We looked at all the options, and then guess what? They decided for them and their family what the best option was going to be, and that came out to be buying a home first and then building buying a company at towards the second half of the year. So that's what we did. So we took steps to do that, and lo and behold, we didn't even think we were gonna. They didn't even think they were gonna be ready. They thought they were still had issues to work out, credit score wise, things of that nature. And so one thing that we do early is proactive. We don't. Here's my thing. So many people talk to somebody when they think they're ready. And here's my question for you. How do you even know if you're ready? Right? How do you even know if you're ready sometimes? Okay, I'm gonna talk to a college counselor when I think I'm ready to apply for college. And then what happens? You talk to them, they said, well, you need to add this, this, and this. And you're like, well, damn, I only got 7 months left before I graduate. Well, you should have talked to me the year before. Don't talk to, and that's something that I actually don't like about the real estate industry, both from a lender perspective and from a realtor perspective. As everyone says, give me a call when you're ready. Give me a call when you're ready. Give me a call. Really? I can only call you when I'm ready. I can only call you when I seem like a good deal. I can only call you when there's a quick path to you getting a commission check. Really? And that's both on the lender side and on the realtor side. It's just real estate in general, right? I can't call you when I just have a question. I can't call you when I want to plan and strategize. I can't call you when I have an idea and I want to bounce it off of you and just see if this is feasible or not, because it will dictate what I do over the next 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 12 months of the year to then put myself in the position to make moves in real estate with you, right? But no, you want me to call you when I'm ready. Bump that. Again, guys, look for people, look for professionals. This is across all industries, in my opinion. It doesn't matter if it's real estate, finance, stocks, business, health, doctors, accountants, CPAs, insurance people, life insurance people. Doesn't matter what it is, your lawnmower, your contractor, doesn't matter what it is. Look to work with people who have the heart of a teacher. Look to work, I'm gonna say it again, look to work with people that have the heart of a teacher, because they're gonna make sure you know your options and that you have more context so you can make the best decision for you and your family, right? For you and your family. They're not just gonna be focused only on, not saying they won't focus on, but they won't only be focused on them getting paid and their commission, all that kind of stuff, right? And those kind of people, when you find them, you want them to get paid. No, check this out. When you find those people, don't be trying to beat them up on their price. Don't be trying to beat them. Don't try to, basically they give you more value and you want to give them less value in return. Don't do that, because let me tell you something. You want the people with the teacher's heart to stay in business, so you can use them again and again and again, and your friends and family can use them again and again and again. Because if not, if you don't, here is a principle. Okay? This takes it back to spiritual principle. Bible. If you don't sow properly, you will not reap properly. So what I'm saying is if all you do is take, when you come across someone that has a teacher's heart and they're looking out for your best interest and it's time for them to make money, and you don't make sure that they're taken care of, what's going to happen is they're going to go out of business, and guess who's going to be left? Guess when the next time it is for you to make a move in that space, in that arena, next time you need help, next time you need consultation, next time you have a question, guess what? They ain't going to be there, because the people that used them didn't take care of them. So guess who's left? The people that were money hungry, the people that didn't have a teacher's heart, the people that just want to get the sale, they're going to be left, and you're going to have to deal with them. So again, when you find good soil, when you find good seed, when you find a good professional to work with that has a teacher's heart, make sure they're taken care of. Make sure you give them referrals. Make sure you want them to be in business for as long as they can be in business, so you can utilize them time and time again. They can help you. They can be a resource to you. They can be a garden that you can pick off of that orange tree, that apple tree, that grapefruit tree, that pear tree, and you could just eat for years and years to come, right? That's what you want. That's what you don't want. That's what you want. So anyway, so lo and behold, I go ahead and get them. I say, we need to go do the application anyway. Why? Because lender application. Because we need to find out, is there anything else that needs to be worked on? And when we do the application, based on your credit score and what needs to get worked on, I can kind of tell you how far out we are from being able to get your home. So we can set up a game plan, right? We've talked strategy. Now we need to set up the game plan, right? So what was such a blessing was not only was their scores higher than they thought, even though they said they had checked them, but the lender was like, yep, you good. You good to start today. So they got pre-approved, right? So then we go back to our strategy and we say, okay, what did we say in our strategy? We said, with what's going on in the economy right now, with lending starting to getting tighter in some areas right now, I told him, if all you have is your down payment, that's what we talked about in the other video, if all you have is your down payment, it's probably not the best time for you to buy. Because at any time, the last minute or a given week, the lender can say, oh, it's going to be this much. Oh, we're not waiving our origination fee. Oh, your close cost is a little bit higher. Oh, interest rates went up, so you need to buy that back down. You need an extra, $1,500 to buy that back down. So what we talked about was having their down payment and then having at least half of their closing costs, and we good to go. So when they first called me and we were like, oh, you're pre-approved, that's awesome, good job. We didn't expect that. That's wonderful. When that first happened, we were excited. And so I said, okay, how much do you have? And they said, okay. I said, when do you want to start looking? They said, okay, well, based on the strategy, again, not based on emotion, again, not based on what we just think today. No, go back to the strategy that was put in place for success. Based on the strategy, you said we needed our down payment plus half our closing costs. We got the down payment. We think we'll be able to get about half the closing costs either beginning or mid next month. Okay, cool, awesome, cool, good job, awesome, great. That's perfect. Then all of a sudden, a week later, Adam, we got all the money. Huh? Yeah, we saved faster. We didn't spend money on things that we were gonna spend money on. We ready. Let's go. And here's what I want to say to you guys. At that meeting, the wife talked about how powerful it was, how she in her own life was used to having goals and going after goals, and she felt like they didn't have any goals. She felt like they kept saying these wish list type stuff like, oh, it'd be nice if we did this, nice if we did that, nice. But she said, we don't have any goals that we could. And I told him, I said, listen, there's, in my personal opinion, besides just love, the force of love, there's very few things that are more powerful than a couple that has a goal and they pursue that goal together. I'm gonna say it again. There's very few things that are as powerful as a couple that set a goal and they chase after that goal with passion together. The Bible says that where two or more are gathered, there I am in their name. Jesus says, there I am in their name. And he ain't there just to listen. He ain't there just to pat you on the back. He's there to provide power. He's there to provide encouragement. He's there to provide support. You feel me? So what's interesting is we talked about that before, at that meeting, and it led to us setting up the strategy and the proper game plan. And so here we are, right? We're here because they set a goal. They had a desire first, right? And if you want to know about desire, definitely go check out the book, Think and Grow Rich. But they had a desire first. They then seeked out wisdom, okay? Whether that's books, a person, research, whatever case. They seeked out wisdom, then, which was us, me. Then in that meeting, we set the strategy and the game plan. And then we executed, which is leading to the success. So again, going back to the original question, why are we looking at houses today with everything that's going on? Because someone like them, in their situation, they're gonna be one of the winners in what's going on. Like I said, the question is, who is it good for? Who is it bad for? Who is it a good time to buy? For them, they're getting lower interest rates than they did 3 months ago, 4 months ago, 5 months ago, 6 months ago, right? So from an interest rate perspective, now is a good time for them to buy. The fact that they have more than their down payment, they have more cash, they have their down payment, then they have at least half their closing costs. We're gonna try to get all their closing costs paid for by the seller. We'll see what happens. But worst case scenario, they got their down payment and they got half their closing costs. So they have some cash. So they're gonna be good in this situation, right? And then prices are not going up right now. Prices aren't continuing to go up right now. We have low inventory on the market. Sellers are nervous if buyers are gonna buy their homes. Some players don't want buyers coming up in their houses. So the sellers that are allowing people to see their homes, they're a little nervous because they're like, okay, I want to sell this thing. I'm hoping I get the price I want. And I'm afraid if I turn down too many early offers, what if things get worse and I don't get what I want later on, right? So, or what if prices start going down? So it's a good time for them to buy because low interest rate, they have the opportunity to get homes at a good fair market value or at a discount. And there's less buyers on the market, so they're gonna have less competition, right? They're not gonna be competing with 8 people on a house and multiple offers. They may just be, depending on the house they pick, they may be competing with no one, or they may be competing with like 2 people, right? So again, guys, the main message I want you to get from this video is 1, if you have a desire, seek out wisdom. 2, set goals, and if you're with a partner, you're with a spouse, see if there's any goals you guys can set together that you're both passionate about, and go after it and watch you guys get some results. 3, after you do those things, when you're getting wisdom, find a professional, find the right team to help you set up the right strategy and the right game plan, and then start executing. And if you can get up all those 3, strategy, game plan, and then start executing, you're gonna see success. So again, guys, remember, I don't care what you're doing in this time. Every single thing that you can say, is it a good time? Is it a good time? Don't just say, is it a good time for you, or who is it a good time for to do X in this market, in this economy? We'll have more stuff coming your way. Hope this helps. Guys, if you love this content, feel free to hit the like button below so YouTube keeps promoting it. Feel free to subscribe below so you know what's happening. And if you don't know, now you know. We love you guys. Take care.